Hello and welcome back to the betting show, the show that has the best betting content out there, and we're here to give you free tips for the biggest games. I'm joined by our very own bet detective, Mr. Anton. Anton, it's happened. Liverpool crowned Premier League champions. What an achievement to draw level with Blackburn for titles.
Yeah, they deserve to win it, Charlie. I did have to put my phone off last night. I couldn't be bothered with Twitter and all the kind of crap on there. But yeah, fair play to Liverpool. Well done on that one.
Yeah, social media is a very red place at the moment. And before at the start of the season, Liverpool were 9-4 to win the league. Not too bad. I had it in a couple of anti-posts. And we've actually done an article on betting odds. Our very own Callum Pragnell having a look at the 6 defining moments of the season and how the odds have changed. That's a really good piece, so make sure you check that out. And looking ahead to the new season, Man City favourites just about again at 6-5. That's a 46% chance. Liverpool 11-8, 42% chance. Anton, do you think there's value in backing against City in general? Chelsea won last night. They were 6-1 to win. Are they always too short?
Yeah, well, we know they've been beat about 6 or 7 times this season, Charlie, and they're definitely the most profitable team to bet against. There's been some big wins there for Wolves and Palace, I think, back over the years and stuff like that. And there definitely are holes in that Manchester City Manchester City side at times. We saw at the back again with Mendy last night.
Shocking.
To be honest, I'd rather be taking the 11-8 about Liverpool, I think, at the moment, rather than City to win the league next season.
Definitely. Get that in your anti-post ahead. Nice bit of value to get you going. The bookies have it as a 2-horse race. Chelsea United are 12-1. Chelsea obviously getting Ziyech and Werner in. United starting to look better. Any value in those, or do you think Liverpool and City are too strong?
I do think the gap is going to close. It's going to close definitely, and I see it being much tighter. And we know things change in football. At times, it's hard to envision another team coming up there and really challenging. But we forget things do change, and I do expect one of them in the next 2 seasons, United or Chelsea, to start really, really challenging. But for me, I'd be on Liverpool at the prices at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be great next season to see 3 teams going into the final day neck and neck, but Liverpool are looking very, very strong. So, Anton, have you had a go on the new Betfair exchange offer yet, the free bet streak offer?
Yeah, I had a dabble on Manchester City to win at Chelsea last night, Charlie, so that went well.
Anyway, well, you've still got your £5 free bet. And like I say, just to recap on the offer, it's for any football markets throughout the week. And it's £20 worth. Doesn't have to be £20. It could be 2 £10 or 4 £5 bets. Once those bets are settled, you get a £5 free bet streak. If that £5 bet wins, you get another one, and so on and so forth until you lose. So we want to see who can have the longest streaks going. For this week, what I'm going to do with mine, I'm going to have £10 on Wolves to beat Aston Villa, and then I'm going to have £10 on Matt Target to be carded, which Anton will kindly tip up for me. And tell us why. But when those bets are settled, I'll get my £5 free bet and then I'll have a £5 streak for the rest of the weekend's football. How does that sound, Anton?
Yeah, sounds like a decent offer to me, Charlie. Yeah, I'll tell you more about Matt Target and why he will be booked later.
Love it. Okay, it's a weekly offer. It's for new and existing customers, so make sure you opt in to get it on the exchange so you can use it for backing or laying. And if you are backing, it's for odds for 1.5 or above. Right, Anton, first up. Premier League action, Aston Villa versus Wolves. What's the betting look like and what are your free tips?
So, Wolves are priced at a rather short 3-4 for an away win at Villa on Saturday lunchtime, the only game in the Premier League on Saturday. And Wolves have been very good since the restart. They've had 2 wins and 2 clean sheets. And I think a big part of that, Charlie, is Willy Boly at the back. And I've been having a look. And since he came back from injury in February, they've kept 6 clean sheets in the last 7. And Boly is at the heart of that. He's really getting to grips with the speed of the Premier League now. And him and Cody have become a real force for Wolves.
He's signed a new contract, hasn't he?
I think he has, yeah. But my first bet for this one, Charlie, I'm going for a Wolves win and under 4.5 goals in the match, just to snaffle out a bit more value there on the Wolves win. You've got it priced at 3-4 for a standard Wolves win. Betfair have boosted it to 11-10 to be a Wolves win and under 4.5 goals. There's only been one game so far since the restart with over 4.5 goals. That was Man City against Burnley the other night, and I think this is the wise bet here. Villa have been very disappointed at times. It's mistakes that seems to cost them every game, and I just think Wolves are a well-oiled machine at the moment. Another thing with Wolves, well, a huge thing here I feel is the Europa League being played later in a tournament format is really going to benefit Wolves. They'd have been off to here, there and everywhere every Thursday night for the Europa League, but due to not having that fixture pile up now, I believe they can finish higher in the Premier League than they would have done originally. So for me,
we said Wolves top 5, didn't we, before the restart? I really hope that they've just got too much for Villa. They've had 2 decent wins to nil, I think, in the last 2 games.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. So that's a Wolves win and under 4.5 goals at 11-10 with Betfair. The second selection, Charlie, and as you mentioned, Matt Targett to be carded. Left back for Aston Villa. He's started in all 3 games so far since the restart. My key angle here is Adama Traore. And you know, I like this one. On Wednesday night, Bournemouth's David Brooks became the 22nd player in the Premier League to be carded for fouling Adama this season. Quite remarkable stat. It's been a profitable trend to back throughout the season, this really. I know it's done me quite well personally. But I'm going for Matt Targett to be carded. He's playing left back, and hopefully Adama will start on the right. But even if he doesn't, a lot of Wolves' play comes down that right with Matt Doherty overlapping. So a card for Matt Targett there was 3-1, now 4-1 with Betfair. If it gets confirmed Adama's starting, that is going off a lot lower, I'm telling you.
I really like that. We highlighted all the fullbacks and not even players that have been booked after coming up against Traore, and he has literally really improved and really kicked on this year. But
he is
sleepless nights.
He just seems to get better, Charlie, and you've seen him now. He goes left, he goes right, can go both ways. He looks a player who's comfortable in his own ability. Like we've really seen him flourish now, and I think a move to one of the big boys could be on the cards.
Don't say that. Do you think you're going to go to Liverpool City? Imagine him in that Liverpool team.
It's tough to say. You don't know what Klopp is thinking this summer. I don't think they're going to spend big. That is the one thing there. They almost had the chance with Werner, and I think post-coronavirus they're almost treading a little carefully in the transfer market, which could be wise. If you're Roman Abramovich, it doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, Matt Targett to be booked 4-1. That's my second one. My final bet for this one, Charlie. I've had a little nibble at this, and it's 33-1 with PaddyPower, and I'm going for Jack Grealish to be carded. He's a local lad. He wears his heart on his sleeve. It's a local derby, and Grealish has got the most goals, most assists, and most yellow cards for Villa this season. Seems to be at the heart of everything they do, and I want him on board for this one. He's as short as 11-10 in places to be booked. I think he's 11-8 with Betfair and Paddy's, but that one is going in my same game multi. The second element of this 33-1 shot, I'm going for Jimenez to score. He's got 4 in his last 5. He's got 24 in all competitions this season now, and he's also the highest ever scorer in a single Premier League season for Wolves. I love how clinical he is. He's the kind of striker who can do nothing all game, pop up, one header, 1-0. Very Italian-like. And the final part of this 33-1, Charlie, I've gone for John McGinn to have 2 shots on target or more, and I feel that this is the value in it here. It's what's boosting the odds up a lot. And McGinn is actually averaging more shots per game than any other player in that Villa squad. I know he's been out for a lot of the season with injury, but he drives that team forward so well, I feel. And
he's always in those attacking positions. He's always in the box.
He is. So 33-1 there. We've got a Grealish card, Jimenez to score, and McGinn 2 or more shots on target.
Sounds good. Hopefully Jimenez will scar Aston Villa's defence in that one. But I like the sound of that. Good stuff, Anton.